Okay, think about this. Do you guys know that obviously the Capcom Cup is gonna be happening for 7 years minimum, right? For the game, right? We know that because that happened in Street Fighter 5, and Street Fighter 6 is better than 5. Okay? Okay, think about this. Let's just say I am a player from Japan. That I am Japanese. Example. Just an example. And then like, fuck, my region is so fucked up. Only 2 players out of my very, very competitive region, only 2 qualifies. What the fuck? And I'm like one of the best in the world, right? Let's say if I was like from that region. What if I just moved to a random place that has a qualifier? I have to move there. So I have to plan that ahead. So I have to tell Capcom that I'm moving there, or that I'm a resident there now. So how do you do that? You need to get an address and an ID, and you take a picture. Take a picture of your address. That's how it is. I'm telling you how it works. Go outside, take a picture there. Take a picture of that you're there, why you're there, etc. That you're gonna be staying from that region. But you are not allowed to compete from that region if you've already competed from the original region that you came from. So imagine if those players from some competitive regions decided to do that. Mind you, that is super easy to do. Can you imagine how fucked up? Like, look, they can essentially do that. Who's to say that you cannot go to another country? Like, would you guys think that's fraudulent? Let's say for instance Mago and Momochi was like, well, let's say they didn't qualify for this year's Capcom Cup. Alright, we're gonna get an address in New Zealand and Australia. Or like Canada. Let's say they do that. Like, I'm just giving an example. Let's say they do that. Is that cheating? Because it's not cheating, in my opinion, if they follow the rules and guidelines that's said there. And it was never abused because they never competed in the original region that they came from the start of the season, which is the rule. They should region lock the player. How do you manage to do that? How do you region lock a player? What if I decided to move as a person? How do you do that, right? Cannot. Like, let's say, bro, I have a job now. Like, for instance, Rain Pro move to UK, right? He moved to UK. Now he started entering tournaments in UK. So now what happens there? You can say, oh, bro, no, sorry, man. But bro, I moved here. I got a job here now. I migrated to the UK. Okay, let's just say, that's what's happening. You're gonna tell them that he can't? Like, what the fuck? Your life does not evolve around Street Fighter rules, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if I have to move? Let's say, what if, like, somebody got married, and now my wife said they want to go back to whatever country it is, and that country has a qualifier there. What, I'm not allowed to? Like, for instance, like Justin Wong, right? Moved to Canada. He's competing in the Canada World Warrior, right? He tried for a couple times. But what I'm saying is that is allowed. Like, he moved his life there for his family and his kids, right? Like, okay. Like, now you're gonna tell him, no, you have to compete in the West. No. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think Japan would do it. I don't think Japan would ever do that. I'm just giving you guys an example. How would you guys take that as a community if people actually start doing that? Cannot do regional point. You see, this is why this is an issue. I qualified in Capcom Cup with when it was hard. When you have to actually travel the world and place high, get top 3, get top 2, get top 8 consistently at the fucking hardest majors ever, okay? You have to go and get some points. It's open to the public. The problem here is that all the pros are gonna qualify, and it's just the best of the best, the cream of the crop for sure. Okay, but it ruins the Cinderella story, the potential Cinderella story of somebody local that they qualify Capcom Cup and they're able to, you know, do what Mena did, for instance, right? Okay, so to solve that problem is you still do the point system. You have more offline events, online events, combine them all, and you still have a World Warrior event. The World Warrior event basically is gonna be the same. So that's gonna go to all the locals. And the locals, the pro player does not need World Warrior anymore because they already qualified by going to fucking 30 tournaments that year. Default. Because if you're a pro player, 100%, let's say you go to 30 tournaments, on the minimum, you're gonna get 10 top 8s. For sure. A pro player, you're gonna get 10 top 8s. Okay? You're gonna have like, okay, let's say you might have some deviation. You might have a couple top 3s, a few 9th places, and a lot of 5th places, right? 5th or 7th, right? Whatever. That's gonna be your result. This is, say, for instance, and on average, that guy qualifies in Capcom Cup for sure. Like, for instance, it doesn't make sense that the Keto does not qualify for Capcom Cup after him getting 3rd at EVO or 4th. I think he got 3rd. Got 3rd at EVO. Yeah, he lost to Mena. Yeah, he got 3rd at EVO. Then he won World Warrior. And then he got 8th place at the World Warrior. Okay? So, like, what I'm trying to say is that if that was a point system, and Tokido getting 3rd place at EVO almost gives you 250 points default. That's GG already. Yeah, no, I agree. Like, how do you even do that? Like, see, and this is like, there's no hurry about this year's Capcom Cup. So this is why a lot of pros are playing for the long haul. Because, like, it's gonna be 7 years of this game. Minimum. Okay? Same as Street Fighter V. The Street Fighter V was deemed as a bad game when it came out for 3 seasons. And then it got better, season 4 or season 3, whatever. 3.5 it got better, then 4, 5, 6, right? 7, whatever. And they had Capcom Cup for all of those, not counting the pandemic, of course. But I'm saying it was supported, there was prize pool, it was awesome, okay? Like, let's say you do that same thing with this one. They would easily have 7 years of this one with 4 DLCs every season on the minimum. That's at least like 28 characters. You know what I mean? Like, that would be crazy. Because this season is gonna have 4 already. The season 0 or 1. Right? You know what I mean? So, like, that means they're gonna be, every character you think of is gonna be in the game for sure. And then there's gonna be multiple Capcom Cups as well. So nobody's in a hurry. You're gonna be Gucci. I don't think you don't have to maintain the 1 million prize. Like the 2 million, you just do 1 million or 700 or 800k. And mind you, that's like the least that's gonna happen. That's the absolute minimum that you can go down. But that's just a bonus because every pro is gonna play because the money is not only in the tournament, the money is on everything else as well. Not just the tournament of the Capcom Cup. There's so many fucking tournaments you can make money of if that's your goal. So, but people that plays the game a lot, they love the game because if you're just doing it for money, it's gonna feel like a job. You're not gonna be great. Like they play because they love the game. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. You think Takedo is playing for money? That's just part of it. That's just a bonus, you know? It's good to have, for sure. I'm saying, like, these guys are just awesome because you're doing it for the love of the game. And that should always, I feel like, should always be the motivation. Yeah. Like, you're gonna have like tournaments like so many weeklies. You're gonna have some appearances. You're gonna have some streams. Okay, you're gonna have also like potential sponsors, like all of that content, and then you're gonna have like invitationals. Then you're also gonna place in tournaments. You're gonna play stuff easy. You know what I mean? In Edit Step 6, you could make a good top 5 list that doesn't have any players from Asia. In StarCraft 2, you cannot. Yes, number 1, the greatest of all time StarCraft 2 is Serral. Then you could, like, okay, let's just put it there. But I think Clem is number 2 right now. Then you got Raynor. That's 3. That's 3 Europeans. But that's it. It stops there. Stefano was really good back then. But it's like, but right now, but like, he doesn't play anymore. But the rest are all from Korea. But if you say in Street Fighter and you don't include Asia, that's easy because you can put Angry Bird, Big Bird, Punk, Mena, right? You can put them, and that your list is done already. Like, but in general, fighting games are in such a good place because there's different talent all over, you know, scattered all over the world, which is always awesome. This is why I feel that someday I wish that, like I told you all about this internet thing. This fighting game that we got right now, Street Fighter 5, is an abomination in a good way. This has been the dream of us for so long, to have an online that you're able to play in a very comfortable scenario, you know, or experience. You have an amazing experience by playing online. 9 out of 10 for sure. You're always gonna have that. Like, there's always gonna be that 1 out of 10 that's gonna be bad, but that's an off. Like, that's like rare. But like in general, everything's playable is nice. So what I'm saying is, like, if you had told me that like 10 years ago, I would have just laughed at you. No way, right? But now it's fucking possible. You're gonna actually have. Think about it. It's like Singapore gets to play with China or Japan. I get to play with Japan, China, Singapore, everything, you know? Across the water, bro. That shit's awesome, right? And like, meanwhile, in Street Fighter 5, me and Christy couldn't even play each other. He's in Southern California, I'm in Northern California. Just think about that. Alright, me and CJ try to test the online. He's right behind me with his other setup, and I was like, obviously we're back to back. And we had one-sided rollback. I tweeted about that shit with video. Like, we were next to each other. You understand what I'm saying? SF4 was terrible online connection. Street Fighter, I mean, Marvel 3 connection was terrible. Marvel Infinite's online was perfect, okay? But this setup, this thing is bad. They only have lobby, join, not join. That's it. They don't have these pretty good like rankings like that. They have the basic rankings and stuff, but nothing special, you know. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that what if someday there's a new technology that comes out that enables everyone from any region to play with each other with no actual like lag. Like kind of like an EX or an OD rollback netcode. You know what I'm saying? Like the next level. Kind of like if the rollback netcode we have right now is on iPhone 13, not 15 yet. Okay, we need to have a rollback netcode on iPhone fucking 18. Think about how godlike would that be. Like, you get to play with different regions whenever you want. Yeah! You said 165 years. That's insane. That's a bad prediction. Wait, you think it's that hard? What if they have those nodes like scattered all over? Like, I'm pretty fucking sure that's possible, bro. Wait. So if you're using fiber optics, obviously we're using light. So that's where the problem. You guys ever heard about that potential internet apocalypse or something? If there was like a solar flare and that would kind of like act like it's an EMP shockwave that would like disable or burn or fry all the fucking towers and shit, and nobody would have internet. You ever heard about that? You know, you guys remember that, right? Like no, I did not hit it yet, but take your time, guys. This is not necessarily I don't want to rush it down. That's the guide. Why is it even there in the middle? What the fuck? But I'm hiding it because it was kind of distracting. Thank you. But yeah, in general, like, do you guys remember that? What if that actually happens? Like, bro, okay. Do you guys understand the kind of chaos is gonna happen in this world? Like, for instance, Thanos snaps his finger, and all of a sudden, everybody's electronics is still okay, but all the internet does not work. Like, towers all got bodied, all the cables just exploded, okay? Can you imagine, like, the younger generation, how are they gonna function in life? Like, shit, my generation alone, like, right now, I'm so used to internet, I don't even know what the fuck. Can you imagine that? Like, you guys understand how reliant we are with internet, bro? It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Like, everybody's fucked when that happens. Wait, would that be worse than the pandemic? I don't know, man. I don't think people would lose lives. I don't think people would lose lives. Like, I don't think people die. Like, in pandemic, people died, man. People died. I think the internet, people would just be annoyed. I don't think you can compare, like, actual people losing lives. Yo, Steve. 028, my man. Tim Z. Yo, thank you, man. Thank you for the gift, bro. We are closing off with the 69, baby. No. Of course. Like, I don't think planes will just crash when the internet just don't work. They're gonna figure out to use analog communication. It doesn't have to be digital. They can do analog communication. That's always a backup in every plane. So they're gonna able to land that bitch. Okay? Analog communication. Okay? So they land that. The problem here is the chaos. Because people would lose access to their money. People would lose access to their jobs. That's gonna fucking create an actual, like, close to, like, a super chaos. You gotta understand this? It will create this fucking bullshit scenario. Why would they crash? What do you mean? Why would the plane crash just because they don't have no communication with the ground control? What the fuck is the pilot doing? It's like this. Nobody's picking up my phone. Fuck! Let me just fucking kill everybody with this in this plane. Are you seeing doing that? They just point it down there. How about use this goddamn brain? Do an emergency landing on an actual fucking place. That's a terrible fucking pilot. Nobody's replying on my text messages. Fuck that. We're going down. What the fuck? Like, bro. I don't know, guys. But, like, what I'm saying is, like, if there's like an actual zombie apocalypse, that would be the closest one to it. Okay. Well, guess what? They're about to. They would have to guess a 50-50. We're talking about pandemic or versus planes. The moment the communication is lost, the moment it's lost, all the other planes that's about to take off, they're stopping. They're canceling the flights. Okay, so it just happens that some of the people that's still in the air might have to make some reads. They might have to make some DJ choices. You know, DJ might have to drive us somewhere. Okay, you might have to guess on that sway. That driver sway can be, can be detrimental. Alright? So what I'm saying is, like, if we don't have internet, I don't know, it's like just, I don't know. I don't know how to prevent chaos. Like, how bad would that be if we legit don't have internet? Like, the internet apocalypse happens. It's a wrap! And then, you know what's gonna be crazy? Like, let's say you're the only person in the world that has internet on your phone. It don't matter because nobody else has internet. Even if you can access them shits, they will not load. So it don't fucking matter. Yes. Bro, we are so reliant on that bitch, bro. It's a wrap for us. We have no shot. We have no shot. It's just the end of the world at that point. I don't know, guys. I don't even know what you can do.